Hi everyone, what is going on? This is RRPG here with another 2 cents video on the 2 cents block, just for you. What you see on screen is the wondrous and awe-inspiring 3D exploration game that was developed by Rare and published by Nintendo on the Nintendo 64, Banjo-Kazooie. I love this game and its sequel. They may take a page from Super Mario 64, but this series brims more with the amount of content you can collect. The amount of musical notes to open doors, collecting Genjos, and transforming into different creatures to get through obstacles is what made this game very addicting, even to this day. Track down a copy of this game if you haven't, or you can download this game and Banjo-Tooie off of the Xbox Live Arcade. Either way, these games will leave you hooked based on that quirky and cheesy atmosphere that Banjo-Kazooie delivers. You may be wondering why I was talking about Banjo-Kazooie at first. Believe it or not, gamers, there is a brand new rumor going around that may actually surprise you. It involves Nintendo, Rare, and Retro Studios of all people. According to this rumor that was discovered by Zelda Informer, an anonymous tipster has dug up some information about what Retro Studios' Wii U game might actually be. Nintendo has been in talks with Microsoft for quite a while that they want to have the privilege of buying back Rare to be a full part of Nintendo again. However, this doesn't necessarily mean that Nintendo would be buying Microsoft shares on the subsidiary, but more directly towards Rare's intellectual properties that they created when they were a part of Nintendo to begin with. What this rumor holds is that Retro Studios might actually be working on a brand new Banjo-Kazooie title for the Wii U, and not the Star Fox or F-Zero game that we want to see is made for the system. If this were 100% true, then that would definitely be the greatest thing that Nintendo has managed to accomplish in hopes that the Wii U will become an ever-sounding success. I mean, most of the games that Rare has made for Nintendo, like the Donkey Kong Country games and even Banjo-Kazooie, were met with very strong and highly positive feedback from gamers and the press. So it would only make sense if some of those properties would fall onto Nintendo's lap. Whether if it means we will see Killer Instinct 3, a new Banjo-Kazooie, and the sequel to Conker's Bad Fur Day that Chris Seaver gave us an insight on what the story should be, I would say that this would have to be the greatest accomplishment that Nintendo has managed to do in order to get them back on the right track. But now it is time to be a bit realistic on this because this may highly be a false rumor. When it comes to Rare these days, they are completely owned by Microsoft, and that would mean that their intellectual properties are completely owned by that greedy corporation. Not to mention, Microsoft has the subsidiary by the knees with them working on Kinect titles that no one is really buying. So their work on their own properties has been put to a complete halt. Nintendo being in talks with Microsoft to own the rights on some of their IPs like Banjo-Kazooie is a very big gamble, and it would take so much convincing, but I'm afraid that Microsoft isn't very keen on that idea. Besides, Nintendo sold half of their stock to Microsoft after Rare sold their half after the partnership between the publisher and the developer ceased in 2002. So trying to buy back the company and the rights to some of Rare's IPs is a really big risk. Unless if Rare shuts itself down and they had to sell their IPs to other companies, then I would see some of them going to Nintendo wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm serious. If Rare is going to continue the trend with where they are now and not put in the time, effort, and money to give us Killer Instinct 3, a proper Banjo-Kazooie sequel, Conker's Other Bad Day going medieval, a new Blast Corps, or even a new Battletoads debut, I think it would be time for them to sell them off to other companies if they have no interest in doing so. Nintendo would be the best place because some of those franchises actually felt like they belonged on a Nintendo console anyway. If that would be a solution for the company to rectify some of their poor decisions in the past decade, I'd say go for it. What are your thoughts on this, guys? Do you think Rare should definitely go back to Nintendo? Do you think there may be some truth to this rumor? Or do you think that Rare should sell their properties to Nintendo in hopes that we can see a renaissance in some of those games if the rumor in Retro Studios working on a new Banjo-Kazooie turns out to be true? Make sure to leave a comment to notify me of your own 2 cents, and be sure to rate this video and subscribe to my channel for more content coming from me in the future. This is RRPG signing off, and thanks for watching.
You